Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today on Customer States What? We're doing a 125,000 mile service and a multi-point inspection. You might ask yourselves, what's involved in a 125,000 mile service? Well, I'm glad you asked that. What's involved in a 120,000 mile service? Well, it's pretty much an oil change, an inspection of everything else. That's it. That's it. It's a glorified oil change, but we inspect all the fluids, we inspect the suspension. Pretty much it's a service with a multi-point. So you guys know what comes next. Let's take it up top and see what's going on underneath. So now that we have taken it up top, we're going to look around. Driver's side tire is looking good. Tire pressures have been set. Passenger front tire is looking good. It appears that we had an axle leak at one point. And I got the little spy mirror, if we could see this. That inner pad right there is roughly between 1 and 2 millimeters, and the driver's side inner pad is roughly between 6 and 7 millimeters. So we do have some abnormal wear going on here. We don't have any resistance like the calipers sticking, so we probably got some pins sticking in there. But regardless, based off the pad life there, we're going to have to recommend front brake pads, rotors, and sensor. And we also replaced the caliper hardware. We have a significant lip, on the rotor. We're talking back. So we're visually inspecting the bushings and the links. We could see the bushings and the control arms. They're fatigued. They're showing their signs of age. And you can see, look at those crevasses. But then we get to the elephant in the room, because these are hydro bushings. The hydro bushing is leaking. We got a gushy bushing, a gushy bushing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna recommend to replace the bushings. We're gonna recommend to replace these. We're gonna recommend to replace the hardware as well. Now, why are we not recommending the whole arm? Well, the ball joint in this arm is still good. We could replace and push out the bushing and press in a new one. This ball joint is separate. There's no play in these guys, so save the customer some money. We're going to recommend to replace the bushings and to perform a 4-wheel alignment, because whenever you do suspension work, especially major suspension work like that, always perform a 4-wheel alignment. You hear that, guys? Tips and tricks. I'll repeat it. Whenever you do any major suspension work, always perform an alignment. Very good. Now let's continue. Exhaust, well, it's looking good. Looks like that sleeve has been replaced before. Driver's rear tire is looking good. Passenger rear tire is looking good. Rear suspension springs are there. Shocks are rusted. Shocking. Oh, we got some flavor. Yeah, we got some thick chips over here, guys. I may have to start poking around, seeing if this subframe is safe for the customer. Should be. Shocks are not leaking. Very good. Alright, let's get our poker out. Giggity. Alright, that's good. Alright, that's good. Now this is usually the bad spot. And that's usually the soft spot on the top of a newborn. Alright, that's looking good. Let's go over here. Alright, we're good. We're good. Very good, guys. Alright, let's take it back down and continue the service. I like to do this so the filter drains down. We already got our sucker going, getting vacuum. Come on. There we go. We're sucking oil. Now we're going to go around setting tire pressures, lubing door handles, and checking filters. Now we do this to all 4 door hinges, and we also do the tailgate hinges and latch, and we also do the hood latch. Very good. Let's continue the service. Now, tips and tricks, guys. Before I remove the oil filter, I do crack it free, but I do take a rag and I put it at the base of the filter, because there probably will be some oil that spills, and you want the rag to catch it before it actually gets onto the drive belt. So yeah, that's what I do, besides puncturing a hole in the filter and letting it drain down. Very good. Now, once the filter is removed, what you want to do is you're going to get a fresh rag, and you want to clean the surface where the filter sits. You want to make sure there's no dirt or debris, and before you put on the new oil filter, you lubricate the O-ring with a little bit of a fresh oil. Very good. Now that the door latches are lubed and the tire pressures is set, the oil is almost done sucking, we're going to look around the engine bay for any telltale signs of leakage or in need of maintenance. So right now we are looking to see if there's a water pump or thermostat leak, which we do not see, which is very good. Let's see how brake fluid is. Brake fluid is not looking too good. Oh no, yeah, it's a little green. Yeah, it's getting green, so we got some Shrek piss happening. We're going to recommend a brake fluid exchange for maintenance. Now, the maintenance interval on that is every 2 years or 20,000 miles, whichever one comes first, ladies and gentlemen. And it's easy. Just do it every 2 years, really. If you don't drive the car, it's time. If you do drive the car, it's mileage based. So, yeah. Drive belt is looking good. Doesn't look too worn. We could clearly still read the lettering on the belt and the part number. Very good. Don't see any valve cover leaks. Don't really see any signs of FIFO and or 2 holes. Oh wait, we might. Yeah, there's a little bit right there. So at one point there was a rodent, but now it doesn't really look like it. Wipers are good, tires are good, brakes are good. Alright, and that's very good. Brand new oil filter. A little bit of oil. Fresh oil. Lube the O-ring. And that's it. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. The oil has been extracted from the vehicle. Now, when I was done and I pulled out of the tube, giggity, what I did was I stuck it in here and sucked out as much oil as I possibly could out of the oil filter housing. Now we're ready to install the filter. We already filled up the oil, so pretty much gotta put this guy back on there. Put your oil cap on correctly. And let's get the filter on. Now, with installing the filter, obviously we have the fresh oil on the O-ring. You only want to put the filter on hand tight. You don't really want to crank it on there with an oil filter wrench, because you're only screwing the next guy. So you'll feel it. Once you can't go any further, filter's on. Very good. Well, alright guys, we're at the end of the service. We got some beep boops that we have to do with the scan tool. We're going to reset the light. We're going to see if there's any DTCs in the system, and if there's any diagnosis needed, we'll let the customer know. We know that the filters are good. We had some issues getting these T30s out, because as you can see, there's plenty of flavor on those heads of bolts. So we're going to recommend the control arm bushings, the 4-wheel alignment. We're going to recommend the brake fluid exchange for maintenance, because you know what our boy Shrek does in there. We also can't forget about recommending those front brakes, because of the abnormal wear that we have on the inside pad of the right front. And yeah, after we're all said and done with resetting the maintenance light and everything, we're going to give the vehicle a quick road test, make sure everything is good, store the values for the tire pressures in the MMI screen, and return the vehicle back to the customer in better condition than it once arrived in. If you guys don't know what to do yet, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for further content.